I'm ensuring that the only way to come to the UK for asylum will be through safe and legal routes.
Well, imagine the shock for the Prime Minister when he finds out there are currently no safe and legal routes by which to travel to the UK for the purpose of claiming asylum. That's right, there are currently no, that's a big fat no, visa routes available for the purposes of travelling to the UK to claim asylum. And remember, it's not possible to apply for asylum in the UK without being physically present here, and Sunak knows it.
Is there not something unsavoury about the son of a successful middle-class migrants prepared to turn away asylum seekers with a valid claim? No.
Misleading the public on this issue doesn't stop with the Prime Minister.
Home Secretary, I'm asking what's going to happen to people who tip up in Dover on a small boat from Sudan. Well, that's why we are passing a new law at the moment to deal with people who come here illegally. There is no good reason for anybody to get into a small boat and cross the channel in search of a life in the United Kingdom. If you are someone who is fleeing Sudan for humanitarian reasons, there are various mechanisms you can use. The UNHCR is present in the region, and they are the right mechanism by which people should apply if they do want to seek asylum in the United Kingdom.
Well, it's true the UK does receive some refugees through resettlement schemes operated by the UNHCR. That's the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. But there is no, that's another big fat no, application process for these schemes. And it's not possible to apply through the UNHCR to seek asylum specifically in the UK. So the Home Secretary, just like the Prime Minister, is again talking complete bollocks. And so it continues.
So the best advice clearly would be for individuals to present to the UNHCR. The United Kingdom, like many countries, works closely with the UNHCR, and we already operate safe and legal routes in partnership with them. That safe and legal route is available today.
How many ways can I say this? There is no, that's another big fat no, mechanism through which refugees can approach the UNHCR with the intention of seeking asylum in the UK. With so many misleading statements coming from the government, UNHCR responded with this statement. UNHCR wishes to clarify that there is no mechanism through which refugees can approach UNHCR with the intention of seeking asylum in the UK. There is no asylum visa or queue for the United Kingdom. So as the UNHCR itself points out, there were no routes by which people fleeing violence in Sudan could apply for asylum in the UK, specifically through the UNHCR. In other words, they can't ask the UNHCR to be resettled in the UK rather than in another country. And this was actually pointed out to the Immigration Minister.
For giving way, and I think he's in danger of taking the UNHCR's name in vain, because they've issued a statement which says the UNHCR wishes to clarify that there is no mechanism through which refugees can approach UNHCR with the intention of seeking asylum in the UK. There is no asylum visa or queue for the United Kingdom. Would you like to correct the record?
No.
The Minister's response should probably come as no surprise, since this is the same Minister who said this.
We'll always house people in decent, legally compliant accommodation.
Just days before this.
Some breaking news to bring you, and just 4 days after the first asylum seekers boarded the controversial migrant barge, the Bibi Stockholm, they've been taken off again after the bacteria that causes Legionnaire's disease was found in the water there.
And who we're not naming told Sky News the treatment he'd received on the Bibi Stockholm barge was not fit for an animal.
So to claim asylum in the UK, a person must actually be in the UK. It's not possible to apply from outside the country, and there is no asylum visa to enable people to travel to the UK legally to apply for asylum. So for citizens who don't have visa-free travel to the UK, to actually claim asylum in the UK, they must enter either irregularly, such as by small boat lorry or by using false documents, or on a visa for some other purpose, such as tourism or study. But as we've seen, this government cares very little for actual facts.
There are no safe routes here unless you're from Hong Kong, Ukraine, or indeed Afghanistan. The only way that people can get here is across the Channel.